James Buster Corley, committed suicide.
Yeah.
And that was an interesting story about the whole Dave.
He was trying to play that Operation Wolf. I don't know if you guys ever played that at Dave and Buster's, but it was you were a spy and you had to take over this submarine, and you dumped $7,000 into this fucking thing, and you got one try at the end to throw this loop onto the submarine. I think he probably finally figured out that you can't win, and he just said
that was the end.
That's it.
So
me and T used to fucking dump so much money into that thing.
What was it called?
I think it was called Operation Wolf.
So you've been to Dave and Buster's?
Oh yeah, me and T used
the one in Daytona. There's one over there by the.
No, we used to. This is when we lived in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think it may not be a Dave and Buster's. It may have just been called like USA Arcade or some shit. But it was a giant arcade, and T and I would leave his room after playing video games all day, and then go up there and drop quarters in the.
What is this Buc-ee's thing? You know that big Buc-ee's by 95 there?
Yeah, that's a gas station.
What's the big building? Is it a restaurant or a store or a mall or a gas station?
It's got like 120 pumps.
But then there's this huge building.
Yeah.
Is it a restaurant too?
It's everything.
It's everything you want it to be.
It's got that when you walk into Cracker Barrel feeling, that little buy some shit.
Exactly.
It has that
candy.
It's got some syrup. And they also, I think, have every country western CD ever. And I'm talking country and western. I'm not talking about country western. I'm talking about like Red Sovine, Song brought a tear to a glass eye. But it's got a little of everything, and I'm
look at that. So you pump some gas, then you go in there, and there's sweets. You got pulled pork and sausage, for God's sakes! Look at that.
You can get your pork actually pulled there. It's in the back.
It's an extra. Look at that. Yes, there it is. The 6,000 pumps, because there's that many people needing to get gas at any one time.
And they built it out like in Daytona Beach. We have one, and there's this road called LPGA, and out there was they built the golf course for the LPGA, the Women's Pro Golf League, and so now everything on earth is moved out there, and the road that crosses over 95 is 2 lanes each way.
Yes.
So it's this bottleneck fuck up. Then they built Margaritaville, which was Jimmy Buffett's, one of his, bullshit. Yeah. And like the houses start at 300,000 and they're basically mobile homes. And there's, as far as you can see, they're building those, but they did put a Publix grocery store out there. So I guess that was to, suffice. It's just a clusterfuck.
It's a good restaurant on that LPGA road there. That not Brick House. What the hell is it called? Something House. Redstone?
I don't know. Vince Carter used to have a restaurant out there.
Give them a rub.
Yeah, Vince Carter used to have a restaurant out there.
So Dave and Buster. So they were 2 guys. One had a restaurant, and then one had the like an amusement park, not a park, but like an arcade next to it.
Right.
And people would notice would frequent both. They go to one and then go to the other, or go to one and then go to the other. So they just decided, hey, I think they started in Dallas. They were like, hey, well, let's smash it all together. It'll be a restaurant and an amusement place. Thank God they didn't Thank God it wasn't like a high colonic bar and a dentist's office. Right. Thank God it was like food and amusements that got merged. Stonewood Grill just came to me.
Stonewood is Vince Carter's old restaurant.
Okay.
There's a Stonewood and Ormond Beach also on the beach road, and we used to have one on Dunlawton in, Port Orange, but it closed.
So yeah, so Dave and Buster's. It was two guys had the two businesses, and they smashed them together. How about that?